Lehigh football is one of the most storied programs in all of college football, playing in the most played rivalry game in all of college football against Lafayette, and winning a Division II national title in 1977. They are a program that is over 140 years old that began playing in 1884. What Coach Kevin Cahill has done in 2 years as head coach may be one of the more impressive things in program history. Sitting at the bottom of the Patriot League over the past 5 years, they have put together one of the most impressive turnarounds at the FCS level this year, going 2-9 in back-to-back seasons to 8-3 this season and earning the Patriot League title and bid to play in the FCS playoffs against number 9 seed Richmond this weekend. This is the revival of Lehigh football. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, let me know who your favorite FCS program is in the comment section below. To understand the major turnaround that occurred at Lehigh, we have to go back to 2006, when Andy Cohen was hired to be head coach at the school. Mountain Hawks had made the FCS playoffs in 2004, where they lost to James Madison 14-13 in a heartbreaking game. Cohen served as Penn's offense coordinator and offensive line coach from 2000 to 2005, after joining Lehigh's staff in 1994, where he would coach until 1999, where he was a part of 2 Patriot League championship winning teams. He replaced Pete Lembo, who went 44-14 in 5 seasons as the Mountain Hawks head coach, and led them to multiple FCS playoff appearances, before taking the head coaching job at Elon. Cohen would find immediate success, leading Lehigh to a 5-1 record in the Patriot League and a 6-5 record overall, winning a share of the conference title, but not receiving the auto bid to play in the FCS playoffs. While the next 3 seasons would be a struggle, going 14-19 overall, the 2010 season would see the school win double-digit games and go on a run in the FCS playoffs, as they would upset Northern Iowa in the first round of the playoffs 14-7, but lost to Delaware in the second round. This was impressive, as the Patriot League would only start allowing their schools to offer scholarships in 2009. Though they would start allowing their schools to offer scholarships up until 2013, Fordham would be the only team to take full advantage of the rule. With the exception of Georgetown, the Patriots' other members agreed to join Fordham and adopt a system in which 15 scholarships would be added each year over 4 seasons until reaching 60. It would not be until 2019, where Bucknell, Colgate, Holy Cross, Lafayette, and Lehigh would have most of their upperclassmen on scholarship. So by winning a game in the first round against Northern Iowa, who had 63 scholarship players when the Mountain Hawks had 0, was an impressive feat. They would have an even more impressive season in 2011, winning the Patriot League for a second year in a row, earning a bye for the first round of the FCS playoffs, which was unusual for a team not offering scholarships, and from the Patriot League, making it to the quarterfinals of the playoffs. They would beat Towson 40-38 in the second round, or being shut out by North Dakota State on the road 24-0, ending their magical 11-2 season. Their other lone loss that season was to New Hampshire in overtime 48-41 in week 2 of the season. In 2012, they would finish the regular season 10-1, but their lone loss to Colgate would cost them the Patriot League title and a spot in the FCS playoffs, as the conference is usually a one-bid league. Following an 8-3 season in 2013, the Mountain Hawks would struggle in 2014, going 3-8. It looked like their magical run could be over, but Cone and Lehigh felt differently, as they would begin to rebuild. They'd go 6-5 in 2015, won their first Patriot League title since 2011 in 2016, making it back to the FCS playoffs once again, losing to New Hampshire in the first round 64-21. 2017 would be a weird year for Lehigh, as they would finish the regular season 5-6, but would win a share of the Patriot League title, going 5-1 in conference play. Due to their head-to-head win over Colgate, who went 7-4, they would earn the Patriot League bid to the FCS playoffs with the losing record, and would lose to Stony Brook in the first round 59-29 to finish the year 5-7. What made this impressive was the fact that they rebounded from an 0-5 start to the start of the season. Following a 3-8 season in 2018, Cohen would step down as head coach due to being diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's, and he finished his Lehigh career with an 85-64 record, leading them to 5 Patriot League championships, and was named the Coach of the Year twice. He was also a 3-time finalist for the Eddie Robinson Award, which honors the top head coach in the NCAA Division I Football Championship subdivision. Cohen spoke on the decision, stepping down, saying, "I'm in early stages, and it's best for me to eliminate stress and concentrate on my health and well-being. It's an opportunity for me to spend more time with my family. Coaching is a 24/7 job and does not allow for a lot of family time. My wife Laura and my children Molly, Nolan, and Finn have supported me throughout my career and are my biggest fans. This is a very difficult decision for all of us, but it's what's best at this time." Cohen left with the reputation as one of the best and most decorated coaches in Lehigh football history, so the person replacing him would have massive shoes to fill. Tom Gilmore would be named Cohen's replacement after serving 14 seasons as head coach at Holy Cross, putting together a 72-81 record and leading the Crusaders to the Patriot League title and FCS playoff appearance in 2009. Gilmore had 32 years of college football coaching experience, spending most of his coaching career in the Ivy League as well as the Patriot League, and served as Lehigh's defense coordinator from 2000 to 2003. Gilmore and his staff would not find the same type of success Cohen would, and would never have a winning season over 4 years. In his first season, they would go 4-7, which would be their best season under Gilmore. 2020's shortened season would see the team go 0-3, or a 3-8 season in 2021, and a 2-9 season in 2022. The program was struggling even though they could bring in scholarship players. Following the 2022 season, Gilmore would decide to step down as head coach, putting together a 9-27 record in 4 seasons, and going 1-3 in their rivalry game against Lafayette, the most played rivalry game in college football history. The person who would replace Gilmore would have a major rebuild on his hand. The man up for the task would be Kevin Cahill, who spent over a decade at Yale working his way up the ranks, being named associate head coach and quarterback coach in 2014, and adding offense coordinator duties in 2018. His focus when taking over the program was to rebuild the culture, saying it's a developmental program. Obviously, we're going to coach football, but we're trying to develop our kids on and off the field to be the best they can be. Wide receiver Jeffrey Jamil spoke on the transition, saying team culture has definitely been shifted in a positive direction ever since the first day Coach Cahill stepped foot on campus. It's something he's talked about with each of us individually and as an entire team. Things like eating meals with one another, giving back to the community in different ways of service, the way we practice and the way we carry ourselves amongst our peers on campus. You get the feeling that he cares about every single player and who we are as people, not just as football players. Cahill also focused on getting the alumni in Lehigh Valley more involved in the program, and he wanted to get Goodman Stadium rocking like it was in the 1990s and early 2000s. He explained, "We want people in the stands. We want to have a home field advantage. Yes, it will always be that way for the last game of the year when we play it at home against Lafayette. We also want it to be that way when we're playing different opponents that come in here and make it a hard place to play." He wanted to build a program up to Villanova standards rather than just Patriot League standards, saying, "I look at Villanova as a program, and you want to replicate it. The team that's won national championships, has been in the playoffs numerous times. It's an in-state rival. FCS schools with higher academics. Why can't we be Villanova? Why can't we be to that level? We have been, and we have to get back to that. You want people to look at their schedule and say, oh man, we've got to open up against Lehigh." Cahill and Lehigh did not expect much out of the 2023 season with where the program was, but just wanted the team to fight and compete at a high level. They would finish the year 2-9, going 1-5 in Patriot League play, but it is what has made this season so special for the program. Heading into the 2024 season, Cahill and the program experienced a large turnover in personnel and made structural changes to create a more productive environment. He got the veterans to buy in, and although Lehigh had 36 first-year players, and 12 of those in the 2-deep, the 15 seniors bought in and were instrumental this season. Mike DiNucci stepped up this year, having 76 tackles, including 10 for a loss and 5.5 sacks, heading into their game against Lafayette this past weekend. He spoke on the program, saying, "This is a player-led team from the freshman class on up. A lot of guys have been buying in. There are many leaders among the freshmen, and it's really a buy-in to the process that Coach Cahill and the coaches have instilled in all of us from the top down, and now it's from the bottom up. Guys are going after each other and pushing each other to the limit. They're finding out where that limit can be. I give credit to the young, the freshmen, and the sophomores who are really not afraid to come at guys like me and George Patizanen and Dante Perry at practice and let us know where we're slacking or have to get better at this and better at that." Mountain Hawks would start the season with a 42-7 loss to Army before winning their next 3 games at a conference over Wagner, Long Island, and Princeton. They opened up Patriot League play with a heartbreaking double overtime loss to Bucknell 38-35 and dropped the second game in a row to Yale on the road 38-23. The season could have easily been derailed by sitting at 3-3, but they would have the locker room together with everything still left to play for the Patriot League title. They would roll off 5 straight wins and counting, beating Fordham, Georgetown, Holy Cross in a 10-7 defensive battle on the road, Colgate, and blew out rival Lafayette this past weekend to secure a share of the Patriot League title and earn the Patriot League bid to play in the FCS playoffs due to their head-to-head win over Holy Cross. They completed the best turnaround in the FCS, winning more games this season than they have the last 4 seasons combined. It is Lehigh's first appearance in the FCS playoffs since 2017. They will have a tough matchup against the number 9 seed Richmond, who has won 10 straight after starting the season 0-2. The winner of the game will play 8 seed Idaho on December 7th. While Lehigh is not expected to win the game, what Kevin Cahill and the program have achieved this year after back-to-back 2-9 seasons has been truly impressive and is something worth talking about. Lehigh is close to where I am located, and with a young team that's building, it's a place I might try to get out to for a game next year. What do you think? Who wins the FCS national title this year? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.